Well, for me at least, I just kind of picked it up. It was something that I saw was really cool. I've always loved making costumes, so why not recreate the characters that I've fell in love with?
Most of my friends were really into anime, and we had little groups that we'd get together, and they would always make their outfits and go to cons, and I never got to go. But one day my friend was like, hey, just come with me, which was her. And she helped me with my costume, and I've been in it ever since.
For me, I think I just got into it because a lot of cool cosplayers were doing it, and so like I wanted to get into that. So I started like for kamikazes as Avatar 1, and it just grew on me. Like I really like to do it. Although sometimes I don't have time, but it's good to do it once in a while.
What was the most positive experience you've had during cosplay?
Well, for me, it's because most positive experience is that a lot of people ask for my pictures, and it's really a different experience to know that somebody wants to take a picture of you and the character that you love. So that's a very positive thing to feel when you're in that cosplay.
I think for me it was kind of the same thing. I just went to a con and I wasn't expecting anything, and these two people ran up and they're like, can we take a picture? And I don't know what happened. It makes you feel good. You think, your work and everything you put into the cosplay and how much you love that character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would say the most exciting feeling or best thing would be when a cosplayer that you admire or someone that is really good at making stuff, you tell them that you like them, and then they find out that they like you too, and then they start saying how awesome you are and how good you've done, and it's just, it feels great to know someone that you think is great thinks you look cool too.
Yeah.
Okay. If you've had a negative experience during cosplay, how did you overcome it?
It's one of those, you kind of just have to move on. It's it feels bad when someone says something mean to you or makes fun of you for whatever reason. There's actually a point where I didn't want to cosplay anymore because they made me feel so bad. And I was like, you know what? I don't know who they are, and I'm never going to see them again. And if I do, I'm just going to keep doing what I do and get better and better, because the people that put you down, they want to see you fail. They want to see you unhappy. So if you keep doing what you do and keep doing what you love, it's only going to make them angry. So it's the best, just keep your head high and just do whatever you want, because it's not for them, it's for you.
I'm still new to the community, so I haven't had any of those kind of experiences yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same boat. Like I just started.
Let's keep it that way.
Late last year, so I never had a negative experience. So, but I can say that if somebody tries to bring me down, I'll just keep on going. Like it doesn't matter.
How can we promote more positivity in the cosplay community?
I think that everyone should actively try to be genuinely nice to each other. My biggest pet peeve in cosplay is when someone says you can't do that because of this. And it's like, cosplay wasn't meant for this or this, it was meant for you to be happy and have fun. So I think if everyone just gets together and is genuinely nice, compliment everyone that you see, compliment either their sewing skills or the way they look, whatever, make them feel good. I think that's a good start.
Yeah, pretty much like it's a community, so it should be positive no matter what, because we all love the same thing and we all love to dress up, and that's the main core of the community. So, like she said, we have to compliment each other as best we can.
Lift each other up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Alright. What is some advice you can give to people who want to cosplay but are hesitant to start?
Just pick your favorite character, someone that you love, and just go for it. If you feel really sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you feel really confident, for example, Cora. I love Cora. She's very confident. When I become her, it makes me feel confident. You just have to just pick a character you love and go with it.
Yeah, just pick a character you feel confident you can pull off and just like, go on and just do it, like that. Shia LaBeouf, just do it, just do it,
If you don't have enough money to make it look perfect, what I always tell people, don't worry if it's not perfect. Cosplay, especially when making costumes, it's a work in progress. Just keep doing it, Start off. Again, it's not for anyone else, it's for yourself. So if you like it, you go out there, improve a little bit the next time you do it, improve more the next time you do it. Soon enough, it's going to be the best thing that you've ever made. And you know what? Take the chances, because if you don't do it, then you're never going to know how awesome it is.
And don't be afraid of safety pins.
Even if they stab you.
Yeah. Glue gun is your friend.
Hot glue is your friend unless you get on your hands.
Same like super glue.
Yeah, ooh. Yeah.
I've had that experience.
Try not to rip your skin off.
Exactly.
How did you get into cosplay?
I've always loved Halloween, and I like sewing, and he's really into like the creative side, so he makes the weapons. So our first con was at Anime Expo about 2 years ago, and we've been hooked ever since.
What is the most positive experience you have had during cosplay?
You want to answer?
I think just being yourself and having fun, just not worrying about too much and just enjoying yourself, as long as, no one's hurting anyone, just have a good time. And, kids love Spidey. So to see everyone come up and just be really happy, that's what it's about.
If you've had a negative experience during cosplay, how did you overcome it?
You or me?
I don't think the only negative is being hungry and being hot and being sweaty.
So how do you overcome that?
I just wait. I just wait until the con is over, then I just take off my wig, take off my corset, and I just eat a big dessert.
How can we promote more positivity in the cosplay community? Answer?
I think getting people together like this, where you interact with different kinds of people, different costumes, and, it doesn't matter where you come from, right, or what you look like. It's just where people come together having a good time. And I think when people see that, it's like, man, that feels good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What is some advice you can give to people who want to cosplay but are hesitant to start?
Don't be shy. Everybody's really welcoming. Like when we first started, we were really surprised how all the photographers, all the cosplayers just welcome everybody. You don't have to be shy. You could start with a really crappy costume and just work your way up. And it doesn't really matter if it's crappy or really nice. Just, there's always a family or universe that your characters relate to. So there's always a family out there for you.
How did you guys get into cosplay?
My neighbor got me into anime, and so we both found out about it together. And so we found out that conventions were a thing and that cosplay was a thing. And we were about 12, so we thought that was really cool. And then we've been into it ever since.
Alright.
When I was 10 years old, I had no idea what cosplay was. And my dad got me tickets to Comic-Con somehow. We both went to Comic-Con, and I saw all these people in cosplay, and it was absolutely incredible. And I'm going, wow, I want to do this. And so when my mom picked me up, she said, well, how was it? And the first thing I said was, next year I'm going in costume.
That's awesome.
So that's how I got into it.
That's good. Alright, and what is the most positive experience you've had during cosplay?
I remember the first time I ever went to Anime Expo. I went to the giant Homestuck meetup, which was massive and it was probably scary. But I was standing at the top of the staircase and I just saw everyone, this swarm of people. We were all just we were together. We were all in this together, and that was it was a good moment.
At Anime Los Angeles a couple months ago, I was in this costume and I saw a guy dressed as Papyrus from Undertale. And I stopped to ask for his picture and he liked my costume and we started talking. We exchanged phone numbers and long story short, we've been dating for a few months now. So
congratulations.
met my first boyfriend through cosplay.
That's awesome. Alright, if if you've had a negative experience doing cosplay, how did you overcome it?
I don't know if I've had any necessarily like negative experiences. Everyone's been pretty chill in my experience.
As far as like negativity, I have had people sometimes when I was newer to cosplaying, they'd come up, like I had one person come up to me and say, oh, since you're new, let me just help you. Your ponytail's on the wrong side. You don't have this costume piece, which is pretty important, and you don't have this, and this is wrong. And they just started critiquing, like I didn't ask for any criticism, every single thing about my costume. And I just kind of looked at them and I said, yo, like, back off, I'm new to this, I'm sorry, I appreciate that you want to help me, but you're doing this in the wrong way. So.
Alright. How can we promote more positivity in the cosplay community?
Do you want to? Sure. I think we need to show that it's a really inclusive group. It's not exclusive, no one's really turned away. Everyone, for the most part, is really friendly and really accepting of everything. And I feel that people who don't like cosplayers, they see the stereotype, the bad stereotypes of people who are, you know, not necessarily, I don't want to say creepy, but the people who, you know, how do I put this? Hold on, sorry. They tend to focus on like the bad stereotypes. Like you always have in every group those few people that, you know, aren't necessarily like the best of that group. And I feel like sometimes people in cosplay who are rude tend to kind of ruin the name of cosplay as a whole. So if we can show that like 99% of cosplayers aren't like that, and we're all really friendly people, and we're willing to accept anyone and everything, then I think it can be more of a positive thing.
I guess it's, yeah, like what you said, it's just in the little things, like giving someone a compliment or not critiquing someone if they don't ask for it. Just like pay them little compliments in little ways, and it boosts your morale.
Okay. Also, don't feel nervous to talk, because it's just basically this video is just about promoting cosplay positivity. So say what you want, and yeah. And what is some advice you can give people who want to cosplay but don't know how to start?
Just do it, because I don't think, it's pretty rare that someone will go up to you and say bad things, I think. So if you just go out there and do it, someone will compliment you, and if they don't, someone will appreciate you. There's been so many times I really appreciate cosplayers, but I was too shy to say anything, so even if they don't compliment you, someone will appreciate you. And it's a good way to make friends.
Yeah.
So if you want to get started in cosplay and you don't know where you want to start, choose a character that you really like, that you're really passionate about. That'll make making the costume easier. Because if you're cosplaying a character you don't like, you're going to be less motivated to finish it.
Yeah.
If you are ever confused about what to do, Google is your best friend. If you have any questions, there's so many people online that post how to style wigs, how to sew, how to cut fabric, how to make armor out of anything. And if there's not a tutorial there, you can make a post of your own, and there's a huge group online of cosplayers who are willing to help you. So just utilize your resources and don't be afraid to just dive into it and give it all you got.
Okay, awesome.